Okay, so I'm going to get ready this morning to go to work, and I've had some requests for makeup. And I was going to post this one to my YouTube so that I had a full face video of everything that I do, because it's so hard when I usually do them, post them on my Instagram, because I can only do clips, so I think you miss a lot of stuff. So thanks everybody for joining. Okay, we'll get started. So first, to start off, I just use to prime my face, I use the Mascara Stay Spray. So I'm just going to spray that all over. This just helps your makeup last longer. It kind of preps the skin, primes it. It's awesome. It smells like coconuts, which is great because a lot of the other brands that I use kind of have a chemical smell or something. So we'll let that dry. And then, so I'm going to start with my highlight color. So this is just how I apply my mascara makeup. You know, everybody has something that works for them, but this is just my normal routine of what I do. So I have my palette here that's got my 4 colors in it, and I'm going to use the Mango is my highlight, and I just apply it with my finger. So I actually just take that and apply it under my eyes, kind of through that pie area, through the T-zone. And you can see I really don't need, you don't use a ton because you blend this out and a little bit goes a long, long way. So, and the good thing about this makeup is it's 100% buildable. So if you're somebody who likes really light coverage, you just use less product. And if you like heavier coverage, then you can use a little bit more product and just kind of build. So you can see I've got all that highlight applied. So then I'm going to take this is the Mascara Detail Hack Brush. All the brushes are double-ended, so it gives you basically 2 brushes for the price of 1, which is awesome. And then I'm just going to blend that all over my face. So I'm kind of blending through the contour line, but not a ton because I'm going to put a contour color there. I'm mostly just taking that product and dispersing it kind of throughout my face. So this works as your highlight, your concealer, your foundation, pretty much does everything. So, thanks guys for all joining. I like doing these live instead of just a video because I feel like then if people have questions, then I can answer them instead of just posting them as a video, and then you might have these questions and then you don't ever get the answer to them. So. Okay, so we've got all the highlight blended out, and then we'll take the contour color. I'm going to use olive. So I go back and forth between olive and stone. I like them both, but I think today I'm going to use olive. So I just get a little bit of my contour color on here, on my brush, the big end of that brush again. And your contour is going to go about where that part of your ear is right here, and also it's if you feel for your cheekbone, where your cheekbone dips down. I know, I'm so sad. I hope we get shipping soon to other countries. That would be awesome. I know Canada, we're working really hard on Canada from what I understand, but okay, so you're going to take that contour and just apply that starting in the back, working your way forward. So this works as like this is where you're creating depth under those cheekbones to give you that illusion of having cheeks. Nice cheekbones, giving them a little lift, which I could really use because mine are super round and plump. So a good lift is great. And then contouring your forehead is also awesome when you have a big old forehead like I do. So you just contour, put some depth around that. And then you can also take and go just a little bit under that jawline to give it a little more chiseled effect. Do I like using the contour for your highlight better than 30-second hack? So, I personally really love the Detail Hack Brush. Everybody has a preference. A lot of people love the 30-second hack brush, which is also a great brush. But I feel like this is the most universal. Like, I love the shape of this, and I also love that this one is tiny. Highlighter, I use Mango. So I like this brush better because I feel like it's kind of more multi use. But that's just my personal preference. So then I kind of just go in and kind of lightly blend that line in a little bit. Everybody always tells me that, this looks really scary to use multicolors on their face. And let me tell you, I tried highlighting and contouring 1,000 times before I found this product, and I never liked it. I felt like I used way too many different products on my face. It never worked, never looked good, and I never really noticed the difference. But these colors, they blend out so smooth, and it's kind of like a no-fail makeup. Like, you put it on, as long as your colors are right for your skin, they just all go on so smooth, and it just blends right out. So I promise it looks way scarier than it is. So I'm going to now use my blush. And how awesome is that you have your whole compact like in this little tiny thing, right? And then, when you get addicted to it, then you move up and you get this big old double decker, which is amazing. You put all your highlight, blush, contour, all of that in here. And then the other side, you got all your eyeshadows, which is also so great because I'm excited for you. So you can pick your colors that you want in here. You don't have to buy one of those big old massive palettes that has, 3 or 4 colors that you use out of it. So this is so great because you can choose the colors that you want. So, okay, sorry, back to applying. So, is this makeup good for oily skin? I believe it totally can be good for oily skin. There's a few things to work with it that help it last, which is the Stay Spray, which I used in the beginning, as well as setting with a powder. Those things, if you use them, then yes, it is still great with oily skin. So, blush right here is Ruby. This is the one I'm going to use. Also, back to the oily skin thing, I really do feel like people who have oily skin, it's, obviously because they're overproducing oil. So I feel like most of the time people with oily skin will dry their skin out tremendously because they're so oily. So I feel like, hi Jess. So I feel like when you dry your skin out, then your body then it starts to produce more oil because it's feeling dry. And so I really do feel like, sorry, I'm gonna get closer so that it isn't all blown out. But I feel like if you're using a cream foundation that's actually hydrating to the skin and moisturizing, I think you'll be surprised at how much it balances your oil complexion out. A lot of people that I know that have started using this that are oily it's like balanced their skin out. That with the combination of the Milk Moisturizer. So yeah, it really is awesome. Okay, so I just kind of blend that in. Blush, kind of apples of the cheeks and going up to that higher cheekbone here. Kind of connecting your contour and your blush together. And I keep often do wash your brush since you use it for multiple colors. So Ash, you're a good testament of the oily skin, right? So brushes, they're made to transfer the product to your face and not to retain it. So I use the same brush for everything, and I don't feel like it ever keeps much of like any of the color and blends, like it just smooths out really nice. But I do wash my brushes maybe once every other week. I know I should wash them every week, but I don't. It's every other week pretty much. So, okay, so I got highlight, contour, blush. Then is this makeup okay for acne? Yes, it is. And it has great coverage. Yes, and Milk is the best ever moisturizer. Everybody's attesting to that. Julian, yep, she says the same thing. Oily skin, and it's balanced her out for sure. So lots of people that attest to that. So once I've put my creams on, then I'm going to spray again with the Stay Spray. And this really helps to set the makeup in. That probably looks super funny. My husband actually makes fun of me every time I do that. He's like, oh, I'm just so beautiful. He's such a jerk. But you got to fan it off so that it dries, right? So, okay, so once you get that on, again, highlight, contour, blush. The next thing, then Stay Spray. Then I'm going to set with my Airspun powder. So I always set with a powder. I feel like it just holds it all together so much better, and then it keeps it from getting oily. So I just use the Airspun powder, kind of dab off my thing, and then I just kind of press that into the skin. So you can buy this powder online, or you can buy it at Walgreens or at Walmart. You can pretty much buy it anywhere. And it's kind of a random location because there's really no other products made by, like, they don't sell anything else except for the Cotillard spun, so it's usually kind of by the nail polishes. So I just kind of pressed all that in, and then once I get it on there, then I'm going to go through with my Power Powder Brush for mascara, and then I'm just going to kind of push that powder even more so into the skin. Just like this. Oh, Amazon has 2 for $18 right now. So that is great. Thank you for sharing that. That's a great deal. And those powders, like, I think if you bought 2, like, they would last you a lifetime. Huh? Because you really don't have to use much at all. Okay. So, perfect. Oh, I forgot to contour my nose. So I'm going to do that, though. I'm going to do that even though I've set with powder. So I'm going to take my multitasker mascara brush here, and I just get a little bit of my contour color on the tip, and then kind of go through right here. I don't always nose contour. Sometimes I just don't have the time or the patience for it. But today we're going to do it so I can show you how I do it. And then I'll take my highlight color again and kind of just go right down the middle there with that. And then I take that same detail hack brush and blend it down. Oh my gosh. My dog, he is such a pain, and he's always right where I am at. Okay, so then I just kind of blend it out right here. Perfect, dude. Okay, so now we're done with that. So then, now that I've set with the powder, I like to then, wait, Ruger, get it down, go get it. So then I like to move on to my eyes at this point in time. So I kind of let the powder sit in, and then I will do a bronzer and my illuminator still on my face, but I'm going to go ahead and move to my eyes. There we go. Okay, so first thing, eye primer. In fact, I'll just show you today. I'm actually going to do some pinks, I think. Kind of feeling pink. On Wednesdays. Oh, it's Thursday. Just kidding. I can't use that because it's Thursday. It's not Wednesday. I was going to say on Wednesday we wear pink, but it's not Wednesday, so that doesn't count. So I'm going to start with the Nude Blush, okay? So these blushes, I love to also use them, and the highlight, you can use an eyeshadow primer, but I'm going to use my Nude on my lid today as kind of my base. So I'm going to start off with that, and I just apply it with my finger. And you can see the color, like it really is, it does, gives you such a pretty natural pink. I mean, really, you could just put this color on and then set it with a little bit of a powder and you'd be good to go. And I think that's super pretty and a super simple look for sure. Okay, so I got that Nude Blush on there. Flip that palette over, get all my eyeshadow colors. So I'm going to use, again, the multitasker brush, and I'm going to spray this with the Stay Spray, so I get it a little bit damp. And then I'm going to take my color right here, which is Sabrina, and it's a really light, kind of shimmery color, and I'm just going to press that into the lid right here. So I always like to start with the lightest color first. The shadows are powders, so they're all powders. So I like to always start with my lightest color and then work to the darkest, because then you can kind of build upon it, and then you have a soft, like, blending base, where if you start out with dark, sometimes then it's hard to, like, get those colors to blend. And then I just go the inner corner of the eye with that lighter color, and this really helps to kind of brighten those eyes and accentuate the shape of them. And then I got it wet. I didn't say why, but I got it wet because it makes the color go on a little bit more intense, more sparkly. It just is more bold. So I like to do that a lot with like either with this area, and a lot of the times if I do kind of a mid color that I want to really brighten, I'll do that as well. But then if I'm using my blender, if I'm blending in the crease, then I will always use more of a blending brush and I never get it wet brown. So this is all the mascara makeup. You can, if you click on the link in my bio, it'll take you to the website and you can shop around. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask at any point, okay? More pigmented. Julene always has my back. More pigmented. They're more pigmented. That's exactly. Okay, so again, spray it. I'm going to get a little bit wet again. And I think today I'm going to do Crush on top of my Nude Blush, which is that one right there. So it's kind of an orangey sparkly. And again, I sprayed it because I want it to be more pigmented. So up here, and then I just tap it. Now this color I'm doing basically right above that Sabrina color that I did. And just tapping it and pushing that product in there. Just like that. And then I will also take this one, Air Tuck Mascara is the brand. Yes. Yes, thank you, Linz, for letting her know. Mascara is the brand. And you can order through me, or you can click on that link and it'll direct you to the website. Okay, and then I'm also going to take that same color and go just kind of right under the eye right there. Just kind of more right under the iris of the eye. I also forgot to do I'm going to take the Sabrina color and go on above my brow bone. Can I tell you too how much I love these brushes? When I got my kit, I kept my eyeshadow brushes for my clients and I never used them myself. So I thought a brush was a brush. And then I finally ordered me some a little bit ago, and I will tell you there is a big difference. A brush is not a brush. These are so nice. And they are so nice because they're double-ended, so you're getting two for one, which is amazing. Okay, so highlight color beneath the brow bone. Give me my eyeshadow brush. Okay. So then I'm going to take my crease color, which I use often and I love it, is Zion. This one right here. So it looks really orange and I think that scares a lot of people, but it's actually really, really pretty. And then especially when you're pairing it with like this, a pink, it is so pretty. So I just will start in the outer corner here, go halfway up to about halfway to the tail of your brow, and then just work your way in. And this is your crease color. That's the one that's going to give you that depth. So this would be your mid color. How long have I been selling mascara? Since January, which is basically since they opened. Since they launched it for people to sell it, I used this makeup before that. So I found Kara through her blog a couple years ago and ordered the makeup and loved it. Have been using it ever since. And when they opened it up for artists to sell it, it didn't take me any time to sign right up because I'd already been telling everybody that I used, or that I already been telling all my customers and anybody that asked that this is what I use and this is what I love. And so I honestly didn't even know what I was signing up for. I just knew that I loved the makeup and wanted to be a part of whatever they had to offer, and it's been so awesome. And it's been nice too because I wasn't using the eyeshadows and stuff because those are fairly new. So it's opened up that I love the shadows. I can't believe I never tried them before because they are like my favorite. Well, it's all my favorite. The skincare, everything. So under the eye, so I take that darkest color Zion and I just go in that outer corner of the eye, through there and through there, right? Kind of blending it into that Crush color that I used under the iris, okay? So then I'll take kind of a bigger fluffy brush. What was the name of the brush again? Ashley, are you talking about the eyeshadow brush? The eyeshadow brush, the two of them, there's one called the multitasker, and that one has a flat end. This one, it's got a flat end, and then the little tiny detailer. And then this is the eyeshadow everything brush, and this is a bad example because they used to be wood like this one, and the tips, the metal part was breaking off, and I actually lost my other end. But it's basically a fluffy brush that's a little bit bigger like this side, but it's a teeny bit bigger than that. So it's a blending brush that goes on this end. But they redid all the brushes, so now they're this beautiful rose gold, and they're metal, so these don't come apart. That's why they redid them. So, but I have all the old brushes, so for my personal use. All the new stuff gets put in my kit for my clients. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I'm going to go to my eyeliner, because I'm still got one more eyeshadow step, but I like to do my eyeliner first. So, eyeliner. Oh, that's not eyeliner. This one. Eyeliner. Maybelline Eye Studio. Love this one. I've been using it for years, and it works wonders. I've tried all kinds, from ones that are supposed to be made for a waterline to, you know, like any brand that says that it's 24-hour wear, and this one lasts on my waterline longer than any other one I've tried. So, I stick with it. So you get a little on your brush. I might have to use a separate marker. Little on your brush, and then apply to the waterline. So when I apply to the waterline, I start in the outer. I kind of start in the outer, work towards the inner. Now I don't finish it all the way into this area right here. So the reason I do that is because it took me a while to figure this out, but throughout the day, if you currently line your waterline, you'll notice this, but throughout the day, it kind of gunks up in the corners of your eyes. So if you have too much product there, it gets like black around the ring of your eye right here on that inner corner. So if you only go halfway in, it makes it so that it doesn't get like gunky in your eye throughout the day. So I just go halfway, because what will happen, so I go about halfway to there, and then I go up here and do that inner corner. This inner corner will transfer down to here after maybe like an hour. It doesn't take long for it to transfer. Okay. And then I'm going to do the top outer corner. And I just put a little bit up here. It's mostly for depth. So Mascara doesn't sell concealer, but they have lighter highlight colors. So a lot of people will do Moonlit. My dog is kicking me. A lot of people will do Moonlit for their highlight, for their concealer color under the eyes to really brighten. And sometimes I do that in the winter too, if I feel like I need it for those dark circles. So, or I have a lot of people who will still use their regular concealer and then just apply this on top of it. Do they offer a starter kit, or what do you recommend for beginners with this brand? Yes, that totally makes sense. So most of my people will order, well, I mean, a lot of them, if you just want the foundation, then they order this, a quad palette. So this is a quad palette. It holds 4 colors, which basically has everything that you'll need. It has your highlight, your contour, your blush, and your illuminator. Okay, so that has like your 4 basic foundation colors, and that's $48. Each of these little singles are only $12, which is seriously such a great price. That's why I love this makeup, is everything too is so well priced. So $12 for each single. Then you get your case for free, okay? There's lots of different packages you can buy, but the cool thing about these too is once you're done, like say you run out of, because your highlight and contour will last you maybe 2 to 3 months. Perfect, 2 to 3 months, but each of these singles pop right out. So when you run out, your highlight and contour will be the first 2 colors that you'll run out of. These you can buy for $12 each. So you just get online, you reorder, and you can buy these just for $12. Or if you want a different color blush, you can order a different blush. So everything's really customizable and intermix, like you can intermix everything. So that's like a killer deal. Or even like the summer, like I darken my highlight color for the summer, And it was so nice because I just had to buy one color that was $12 instead of buying a whole bottle of foundation that, you know, you maybe only get to use a half of it for the summer months or right after a trip to the lake or something. So, and then your blush and your illuminator will last you, your blush and your illuminator will last you easily 6 to 12 months, if not longer. Like these last forever because you only use a tiny, tiny bit of each of them. So they last a good long while. But that being said, so this is kind of your starter kit, and then I always recommend one of the brushes because these brushes really do make a huge difference in applying. They make it on, they go on super smooth, so and I usually just recommend one, either the Detail Hack Brush or the 30-second hack brush. The one I used today was the Detailed Hack Brush. Each brush, these big ones are, this one's 36 and this one's 35. Again, double-ended, 2 for 1. The eyeshadow brushes are between 18 and, I think they're around 18 to 20. They are really worth it. Yes. Bluesy GMA. They are so worth it. Yes, if you want me to color match you, you can send me 2 pics. I usually like one with no makeup on and one with makeup on. And I do that because then I can see how you're currently wearing your makeup, if you like it a little lighter than your skin or a little darker, because everybody kind of has a personal preference that way. So send those to me, DM them to me, send them through email, you know, however you want to do it. I can match you that way and I'll tell you your colors. Let's see, the next thing, any other questions before I get going? Good? Okay, so got that eyeliner on. So now, oh wait, I do need to tell you though, if you're interested in eyeshadows, I just remembered what I was forgetting. So if you want to get the eyeshadows, there's a palette that you can get that's like this size, except for it's double-sided, like this big one. So it has 2 sides. And if you order 8 singles, which includes your eyeshadows, foundation colors, any 8 singles, you get that case free. So that's that's a newer case, and I have so many people that have gone with that because then they can buy 4 eyeshadow colors to get started with, plus their 4 foundation colors, and then they get that case for free. And that's a super awesome combo right there. So, okay, back to makeup. It's so distracted. Okay, so I'm gonna apply the Kin. I'm going to go with Kin, which is a darker, kind of reddish color, maroony, purpley. And I just take a little bit of that one. And I'm going to start this one on the outer corner, and working just a little bit up to that where we put the Zion, and then I just kind of follow it halfway through. He's such a jerk. He just keeps pushing me around over here. Okay, outer corner, so I go over that eyeliner. Also, my kids are at school, which is great. My youngest is in kindergarten. But, so usually, the last time I did a live video, they totally ruined it because they were all over in it. And now I need to learn to get rid of my dog, too. I need to put him outside while I do these. Because can I show you what he just did while I've been doing this? No, so you can order this online. So if you click on the link in my bio, let's see, Trissy Ann. If you click on the link in my bio, it'll take you to the website. How much time you usually spend doing your makeup each day? Usually I don't spend this long because it maybe depends. Some days I don't really get that ready and I go to the gym and it takes me 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes to apply a quick face of foundation and then I'm out of here. But on a day like today where I'm actually going to work and I work in a salon, so I feel like I gotta put myself together a little bit more than an average day. So I maybe spend 30 minutes at the very most, and that's from start to finish. Okay, let me show you what my dog has done. Do you see that? He found a stuffed animal and he tore all of the stuffing out of it. So I got rid of my kids, but now I have him that's creating a disaster while I get ready. Oh my gosh, he's such a pest. Okay. I know, they are always in your face, right, Jerry? They're crazy. Okay, so then I'm going to take that same dark color, and again, just kind of that outer corner of the eye. I'm glad I'm not alone. And I know I should take it away from him, but I don't want to get too distracted here. Okay, so then again, I'm going to take a bigger blending brush and then just kind of soften all of that out. Yeah, he's so cute though, right, Liz? I do love him. Obviously, otherwise he'd be outside right now. Okay, so once I've got that all blended out, so eyes, except for mascara, are done. Okay, so then I'm going to take eyebrows. I'm going to do brows next. So I've been using the Anastasia. I don't even know if that's how you say it. Anastasia, I don't know. But I use that, and I like it. So I've been using this for a long time. The Dip Brow Pomade is what it is, and this is the color Chocolate. So I've told you guys before, I feel like a key to a good eyebrow application is having those suckers tattooed on for you. Makes it really easy. My sister does tattooing, and she's amazing. Her Instagram is beauty_hawk. You can check her out, but she does a combination a lot of soft tap and microblading, which is totally the way to go. You always hear the jets. Lindsay, we must live close to each other. That's funny. I know, and when you live up here, you kind of get used to those jets. I don't even notice them anymore. I live next to the base. It's the sound of freedom, right? Okay. So, line that bottom brow, and then I'll line the top. And then I just take and kind of feather in that brow, just like that. And then if I need to, if there's any harsh lines, then I'll take the other end. Then I'll take the other end of the brush and just kind of fluff those in. Yes, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you now have had your eyebrows microbladed or tattooed on. It is like the best thing ever. I love it. And I love that when I go swimming or to the lake that I have eyebrows. Because before, in fact, when I got them tattooed on, because my eyebrows are really, really blonde. Like, really blonde. And I just am too lazy to color them often. And that doesn't, I mean, it lasts for like a couple, maybe 2 weeks at the most. But it doesn't last that long. So when I got them tattooed on, you know, they did like a before and after picture. And they took off my makeup off my brows in the before picture. And my niece looked at it and said, "Harm, you didn't tell me you had to shave your brows off to get those tattooed on." I was like, well, they're not shaved off. Like, those are actually my eyebrows. So she really thought that I'd shave them off because it really looks like I have no eyebrows. So I am super grateful for these tattoos here. Okay, so I got those all on. Brows are done. We'll do some mascara. Actually, first I'm going to do my bronzer. So I told you before, I set with a powder and then I'll apply bronzer. So my powder's all set. I'll dust off any extra eyeshadow that I may have up here. And then I take my bronzer. So Maskcara has a really great bronzer that's called Cayman. And I love that one for the winter months because I'm a little lighter. But in the summer, I don't feel like it's quite dark enough. So I use this. It's called Sorbet, but I don't even know where you can buy this because I buy it at the beauty supply. But there's another bronzer that's really close to this that I used to absolutely love. And it's called Tantalizer, and it's from Lorac, and that is really similar to this. But oh, my necklace, it's from Express. So both of these, if you they're one piece. It's just one necklace. They come together. So take a little bit of my bronzer and then start in the back and just kind of work your way forward. Basically kind of combining your blush and your contour together just to give you a little bit more of a glow. He wants some bronzer, I know. He really just wants whatever I'm doing. And I'll do a little bit on my forehead. And down through my neck. And my chest if needed. Okay, and then the Illuminator. So I like to do my Illuminator very last after I've set all my makeup. That is this one right here. This one's called Rose Gold. This one's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. I've tried them all. If you're lighter complected, then Pearl is really good too. But I really like this Rose Gold for pretty much everybody else. So I take it with my Perfector sponge that's damp. So I get it wet and squeeze the water out a couple of times so it's just kind of damp. So then I just dab that up here on that upper cheekbone. So, and you can kind of see already the difference in those two sides, how much glowier this side is compared to that side. It really gives like just the prettiest like glow, like a pearlescent glow up on that upper cheekbone. Thank you. You guys are so nice. Okay, and then a little bit on my nose, maybe a little on the Cupid's bow, and then mascara. Last thing I'll do, and then we are done. That kind of took a while, but that's because I talked a little bit through it. So, okay, so I curl usually, and if I'm in my bathroom a lot of the times before I curl, I'll heat this up with my curling iron. So I just put my curling iron right on top of it and kind of get it warm. So then basically you're curling your lashes with a warm. Is milk gluten-free? You know, I will have to look at that. Makeup by Marianne. I think it is, but I will double check. I'll look into that for you. Okay. Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. That's my favorite. My newfound favorite. I also really love the Voluminous Lashes by L'Oreal. I posted about this a little bit ago, but I really have tried so many different mascaras. And this one, okay, you gotta go. He's trying to eat my brushes. Get out of town. I love L'Oreal's mascaras. They are my favorite. Like, I've tried so many different other brands, expensive, all kinds, and I always come back to L'Oreal. Oh. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I do my bottom lashes here. And I like to do my bottom lashes first, and I'll tell you the reason why is because when you do your top lashes first and then they're wet and then you have to look down to do your bottom, I feel like the top, then your top lashes, it transfers up to your upper lid. And so I love to do my bottom lashes first. Okay, no. He likes to eat my Perfector. I've lost 3 of these to the casualty of the dog. Yes, make sure you wash your brushes. That helps a ton. You gotta have clean brushes, otherwise you're spreading, any bacteria or whatever onto your skin, especially if you have really sensitive skin. My mom, though, has like the most sensitive skin ever, and she has loved this makeup and has never ever had a problem with it. Like, ever. She is super sensitive. In fact, she felt like her skin got better once she started using it. So I did the bottom, and now I'm going to prime with the Voluminous Prime. And I do that on top. I don't do it on the bottom because I don't like them to get too thick and crazy down there. Can you wash your hat brush with? So I like to use micellar water. You can buy that from any store. Target, Walmart, Ulta, just called micellar water. Or micellar, I don't know how you say it. And I put a little tiny bit in a cup and swirl my brushes around. So just like swirl it around in there until they come clean. and then I wipe them off on a towel and let them dry overnight. And that's it. Yes, cream-based helps prevent wrinkles. Who is going to complain about that? And it doesn't settle in your fine lines. It keeps your skin moisturized. Like, it is amazing. So it's Micellar. Micellar. But I will say too, when I started using this makeup, 100% of the time, my skin got better too. You guys ask me a lot. I get lots of DMs about my skincare routine, which I'm planning on going over here soon. But recently, I got some of from the Mascara launch. It's the Milk or the Tres Leches cleanser and toner, and it's amazing. I've been using that to clean my skin, and then I use the Milk moisturizer. So the cleanser and toner is not out yet, but the Milk moisturizer is. So you can order that, and I love that. That has been like the most hydrating, moisturizing face cream that I've ever used. But yes, I felt like once I used this, my skin got better. And I hardly ever have breakouts anymore. And I used to get them all the time. So I'm going to post this video on my YouTube. So for those of you that have asked, yes, they said that, Baby Brie, that I've heard that you can still use them because of the way they process them. It's not, like you can still use them even if you're allergic to dairy. Like I haven't had anybody have a problem with them. So if you click on the link in my bio, it directs you to another page that has the option to either shop my Instagram, which you can click on like links that I post on there per picture, or you can click on my YouTube or the Mascara makeup. So either way, but the YouTube I have a couple hair videos on there for those that have asked about products and stuff. And I'm going to put this one on there too so that you can reference back for like a full face. So the medium face palette, okay. So I don't think the actual medium face palette isn't out of stock. So if you click a palette, I think that it's just the one contour olive that's out of stock. Do you use sunscreen before you apply makeup? Okay, I'll get to you, Ashley. So the medium palette is not out of stock. It's the olive contour that's out of stock. So you can do a custom palette and you can pick whatever you want to go in there, and you could do the ash contour or the stone contour instead. So, and those should be back. Olive should be back soon. But yeah, that palette actually is not out of stock. You can do a custom palette and put your own colors in it. Do I put sunscreen on? I don't. I don't do a sunscreen. There is a new Stay Spray that has a SPF 15 in it. So for those of you that like sunscreen before, to be honest with you, I wore this makeup all summer long, and I think because it's a cream base, it's a pretty good veil that covers your face, and I'd go out in the sun a lot, and I never got sunburned when I wore this makeup. So, but if you do like SPF, I know a dermatologist and an esthetician would tell you, make sure you do that. So don't do as I do. Protect your skin. Do you round brush your hair? So I flat brush it. I use a flat brush and I just comb it in the opposite direction. I just kind of keep working it all the way around my head. One of these days I'll do a tutorial on that as well, but I just use a flat brush. So I tried the eyeliner you use, and mine gets in the creases of my eyelids throughout the day. I don't have, are you talking about up here, the up creases? Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Pink Country Boutique. Yes. Is the Stay Spray out of stock too? No, it's not out of stock. It's in the skincare tab. So if you go to the skin, that little 3 lines up at the corner, and then you click that, and then you go down to the skin button, click that tab, and it'll show up right there. So that's not out of stock. Let's see. I'll wait for yes, please do. Okay, I'll do a tutorial to Jenkins on blow drying my hair, because I know that's an important part too. I tell all my customers all the time that you have to have a good blow dry, and you really got to work that hair in the opposite direction you want it to lay. A good blow dry means a good, where's my dog? It means a good style. You want to see where my dog is? He's right here next to me, staring out the window, because we're sitting in front of a window. So he rarely leaves my side. Yay, your mask order came yesterday. I tried it for the first time today, and it really does good. I'm so glad you love it. I am so glad. Thank you, Jana. That's awesome. Okay, well, before I hop off, like I said, if you want to rewatch this, I will post it to my YouTube. Okay. I know, isn't he the cutest? He really is so cute. That's why he's so naughty. He's so naughty. But that's why I love him, is because he's so cute. He gets away with being naughty and tearing apart stuffed animals like that one while I do a video. It's awesome. Oh, I love my AP2 toothpaste. I posted about that a bit ago. Jen Schiller helped me out and got me a tube of that, and I absolutely love it. And I think I told you before, too, I think that's the name, too. I'm super picky about my toothpaste because I have this weird allergic reaction to sodium lauryl sulfate, and it makes my mouth pill. So there's very few toothpaste that I can actually use, especially if they're whitening. So the only one I've been able to use for years is Tom's, the natural toothpaste Tom's. And then I was kind of worried about this toothpaste, but I have zero problem, and then it makes your teeth feel clean all day long. Like, they feel super smooth and they stay clean all day long. So, and I feel like I've noticed a difference in it whitening. So I've loved that. Yes. Thank you for asking. Okay. Any other questions before I hop off? Sorry, this was seriously like the longest tutorial ever. I probably won't save this one for today. I'll probably just post it that it'll be in my YouTube. I don't think anybody's going to want to watch this, like, whole thing from the get-go. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you have a great day, and we shall talk to you soon.